Artisans. They've been around for thousands of years, in the form of jewellers, carpenters, potters, sculptors, tailors. But what is their place in the modern day? I've been speaking with craftspeople from all walks of life on how they approach their crafts and how they afford to create. In a period of ultra-convenience, rising energy and material costs, cheaper manufactured goods and less disposable income, what motivates you to create? One year ago, I met an exceptional woodworker who was just starting a new project for himself, creating acoustic guitars entirely by hand. Andy Smith has been working with wood his entire life. He started off as a cabinet and furniture maker, then joined the Navy as an engineer. He's now a luthier, designing and making luxury guitars. Each one he's made would be worth upwards of £1,000, but he hasn't sold a single one, despite the fact that he's on a tight budget.
I stopped work. I retired early because I just had enough of the rat race, really. You've got to give yourself goals to achieve. And one of my goals was, I've had enough of working like this. I'm just getting used. I'm not happy. So you say, right, and it takes a bit of courage to say, I'm going to stop, because you're used to a certain amount of money coming in to pay the bills, and you've got to factor all that in. And it was scary the first 3 to 6 months afterwards, when I was sat here and I'm thinking, I don't have to go to work. It's scary when you suddenly realise you haven't got that wage packet coming in.
Meeting Andy changed the way I thought about artisans. Maybe it shouldn't be about making a profit or finding the right customers, but challenging yourself with what you create.
I think being human and having these hands that you can create something with is really special, and it's something that makes us human, and it's something we should celebrate. I might find that I spend a long time on something and I'll do it again and again and again until I get it right. I really enjoy understanding a process. So if someone gave me a shortcut, I don't always like the shortcut.
There's approximately 10,000 people working in the crafts industry in the UK, making up just about 0.03% of all filled jobs. Of these, over 50% were unregistered micro-businesses, which operated below the VAT threshold. Out of all the creative industries, the crafts sector contributes the least to the economy.
Having the complete freedom to create is a privilege.
These figures highlight the strong reliance on small independent makers within the crafts sector. The Department for Culture, Media and Sport outlined a number of creative clusters within the UK. These are defined as areas with relatively high numbers of creative businesses in close proximity. The southwest of England has been identified as one of these creative clusters.
All day, every day, I think about things I'd like to make that I haven't got time to make. Yes, I've got a head full of designs and patterns and ideas and so little time.
I've not made so much for myself. It is rewarding to make for yourself because you have a piece that you then wear for the rest of your life. But to make pieces for customers, sentimental pieces, that is really rewarding.
There's an idea of self-value versus sales. For many artisans who make money through commissions, they have to set aside their own passions and fulfill customer orders to make a living. Ambitious personal projects are forgotten and experimenting is put aside as they focus on completing commission after commission. This method of financing creativity puts your own self-value as a professional crafter against your need to make a profit, eventually leading to either a decrease in money coming in or a loss of respect for yourself.
So in terms of making a living, to begin with, it's always very difficult because let's say you offer to resize gold rings, and let's say that job costs £20 or £30 to do. First you need to buy some solder for £100 and then charge £30 for the first job. So you have to do at least 3 jobs before you start making any money.
I would say it's less affordable than most hobbies, like buying the equipment. Obviously you don't have to have a wheel to do pottery, you can just have a piece of clay and make something with your hands.
Well, when I set up a business with another woman that we set it up, we actually thought we were going to make wedding dresses, funky wedding dresses. And then we went to buy some fabric and thought there's no way we can afford that much fabric, we better make something small. So we started making hats because we made tiny little sort of pillbox shaped hats.
So why do artisans persist? If profiting from their craft takes them away from their passion, but following their passion takes them away from their profit, how can they continue to exist?
I'd be like sitting there glazing things whilst the lecturer was talking, and then I was like, I don't think I should be doing photography anymore. And it became more of a, like, I need to make this my life.
What is the purpose of artisans in the modern day? Is it to push limits, to create beautiful things, to keep traditions alive, to provide an alternative, to teach, to make a profit, to be closer to nature? Despite the increasing amount of financial challenges that artisans face and their ever-shrinking numbers, every artisan I spoke to had an unwavering confidence in their craft. Whether they sold their creations on the weekend, had their own shop, or just made for themselves, they each believed that the art of creating something entirely by hand would never disappear.
Oh, I made those. I'm like, wow, you made those? Yes. Do you want to learn? I'll show you. Sharing. Share your skill. Share your craft.
A lot could be learned from not only an artisan's artistry and skill, but also their endurance. They've existed for centuries and they will never die out. No matter which box they're forced into by societal or technological change, they will still find a way to create.